Hey, what do you say? What do you know? What do you hear? This is a video for microphone setup for the GoPro 7, and I expect it's probably applicable to the 8 and the 9. So one of them bad boys. As anyone who's used one of these probably knows, the built-in microphones, they're decent for static use, but even with socks and neoprene covers and what have you, if you put them on a motorbike, the wind noise seriously detracts from the audio quality. It basically trashes it. So I've tried all kinds of solutions. I had a microphone plugged directly into the mic adapter, this thing that you can buy separately for 50 quid, but that seriously improves the quality of the audio, but you still got the problem with the wind noise. So I had one of these lavalier microphones plugged directly into the GoPro mic adapter, and that has a foam sock on it, and it helps to a point. So you got wind noise, that's the first thing you're trying to combat. But then the next thing I discovered, the next issue, was electrical interference, and I googled it trying to discover what was causing what. So there's various solutions. One of them is to turn off the wireless function on the GoPro. Apparently if you have the wireless function turned on, that can cause electrical interference into the microphone. That didn't cure it, so that wasn't the problem. The next obvious problem is interference from the spark plugs. Used to be you could get special caps for spark plugs that would cut down the signal that they gave off, and you'd usually hear that in an audio line as a rising and falling as the revs went up and down. That's not what I was getting on the GoPro. It was snap, crackling and popping. So anyway, I tried insulating the microphone in a metal tobacco tin, and subsequent experimentation, I suspect that while that doesn't interfere with the Bluetooth signal, because I bought a Rode Go wireless microphone transmission system. So you've got the transmitter that has a built-in microphone, and that transmits over Bluetooth to the receiver, which you then plug into the GoPro microphone adapter, which obviously then itself plugs into the camera. Sounds complicated, it's not really once you get your head around it. Right, first thing, the microphone that's built into that is so incredibly sensitive, you could hear a pin drop on the other side of a street, I reckon. I mean, it's just stupidly sensitive. Well, it's over the top. This has settings for decibel levels, so you can have it as standard, you can have it -12, you can have it -24. None of those make any difference. It still picks up wind like you would not believe, and it picks up every snap, crackle and pop of electrical interference, whatever the source you could imagine. So that has to have a microphone plugged into it, lavalier mic. So I had that whole assembly sticking in there with the microphone on the lead hanging out of there. I believe this itself, the metal tin, was picking up electrical interference from the spark plugs. In other words, it was amplifying the problem rather than diminishing it. To cut a long story short, what I've ended up doing is packing that in a bum bag, a very small bum bag, and I have it, once I've turned it on, I have it round at my back, the small of my back. So my body is between this and the engine, and it works. Finally it works. That's mounted on the handlebars, so with this in the bum bag around the back, it cuts out around 90% of wind noise, and it stops any kind of electrical interference coming from the engine. And I have to assume it was the engine all along, because now that my body's blocking the spark plug signal, no more electrical interference. Anyway, that's my solution. The video you've just seen before this explanation shows you the effect of that solution, which I think is nigh on perfect. The wind noise is barely noticeable and there is no electrical interference whatsoever. So for what it's worth, for you guys that may be having problems with wind noise and electrical interference, that's the solution that's worked for me. Hopefully it will work for you. So that's that. Thank you for watching and listening. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.